When I first picked up Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I honestly didn't expect much. Just another self-help finance book, right? But by the time I turned the last page, something shifted in me. This wasn't just about money. It was about mindset, freedom, and relearning everything we were taught about success. So today, I want to share what I truly learned from this book and how it's already changing how I think, work, and live. The Two Dads Mindset Matters. Robert Kiyosaki talks about having two dads, his real father, the poor dad, and his best friend's father, the rich dad. Now, both were smart, both were hardworking, but their views on money, education, and life couldn't be more different. Poor dad said, go to school, get good grades, find a secure job. Rich dad said, learn how money works, make it work for you. It hit me hard, because like most of us, I grew up being told the first version, study, get a degree, and you're set. But that mindset keeps us working for money instead of learning how to make money work for us. Assets vs. liabilities, one of the most eye-opening lessons, the difference between assets and liabilities. Before this book, I thought owning a house or a car meant I was financially growing. But Kiyosaki says, an asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. Simple, but powerful. Your fancy car? It's not making you money, it's costing you. Your own house? Unless it's generating income, it's a liability too. So now I ask myself before every purchase, is this going to feed me or bleed me? Schools teach you to work, not to grow wealth. This one hit deep. We're taught algebra, history, and grammar, but no one teaches us about money, not how to invest, not how to build wealth, not even how taxes really work. And it's not an accident. Kiyosaki says the system is designed to create employees, not entrepreneurs. We become adults who know how to earn, but not how to grow. We work hard, but we don't work smart. So I started asking, what am I doing to actually learn financial intelligence? Reading books, taking courses, learning about real estate and passive income, because that's the education we really need. Fear and comfort, your enemies. One thing that kept coming up in Rich Dad, Poor Dad was fear. Fear of losing money, fear of taking risks, fear of stepping out of comfort. But here's the truth. Most people stay broke because they're afraid to take action. Poor Dad said, be safe. Rich Dad said, be smart, but don't let fear stop you. I looked at my life and realized how often I let fear control my choices. Should I invest? Start that side hustle? Change careers? The fear voice always says no, but growth starts when you listen to the other voice. The one that says, let's try. Work to learn, not to earn. Another big takeaway? Don't just work for a paycheck. Work to learn. Kiyosaki took jobs not for the salary, but to learn skills. Sales, marketing, investing. He wasn't chasing money, he was building a toolbox. It made me rethink how I value my time. I started focusing less on how much does this pay, and more on what will this teach me? Because the skills we build today, they're the tools that can create freedom tomorrow. My personal shift, takeaway message. Reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad didn't just teach me about money. It taught me that money is a tool, not the goal. The goal is freedom. Freedom to live on your own terms, to spend time how you want, and to break free from the paycheck to paycheck trap. And that starts with reprogramming our minds, from scarcity to abundance, from consumer to creator, from working for money to making money work for you. So if you haven't read this book, I strongly recommend it. And if you have, what was your biggest takeaway? Let me know in the comments. Let's grow together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs a mindset shift. Thanks for watching.